Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today we're going to try Furyo by Jacques Bogart. So, I don't know if it's Bogart. It says it's come from Paris. I don't know. It's not a common name in French, and I'm not even sure it's a French name. So we're gonna look at the bottle. This fragrance, by the way, was discontinued for a while, and I saw it. I was like, I really want this fragrance. I saw the note breakdown, and it looks really interesting. But sadly, I couldn't find it for a cheap price. It was on eBay for like $200 something for an old bottle that you don't really know what happened with that bottle. And out of the blue, one day I saw that they started to make them again, and I found a bottle and I got it. So the bottle is red. The light is on the foreground, so it makes it really shadow. I'm gonna try to put some light on it. It's not that dark as it looks like. I'm trying to show you, but it doesn't work. Anyway, it's red, like ruby red. The spray is all in the little cap, which is not so bad. If you tried the one-man show fragrance, you know that the cap, the little thing inside moves. This one is really set in place, won't move, so it won't have that problem. And for the box, looks like marble or something like that, granite. It says Furyo on it. Nothing on the sides. It really gives you an old school vibe, and it's really an old school fragrance too. We're gonna look at the smell and you'll see. We're gonna try to smell that. Also, the spray is crazy. Don't know if you're gonna see it. It went about a meter away. I think you could use this as a water gun or something. So it's really a strong spray. It's not like big mist is really concentrated, but it does the job. So the first thing I pick up is civet. It's not like cat pee civet. It's like the soft civet when it's really diluted. I pick some geranium also. I pick a lot of thyme. And that's about what I'm getting on paper. The opening of the fragrance, it's a lot of civet on my skin, a lot of lavender, and a lot of coriander. Also, there's a lot of thyme. I get the geranium too, but it's less present than on the paper. And there's also a little bit of cinnamon that's inside of it. And this is just the opening. It reminds me a lot of Aramis 900. If you ever try this fragrance, it's just a bit more complex, I would say, but not too much, just a bit more complex. The good point, if you like Aramis 900, is that the opening is the same, but Aramis 900 is really, really short-lived fragrance. This one is not. It will smell for way longer, and after that opening, that's really nice Aramis 900 style, it becomes an oak moss fragrance. Basically, just smell oak moss. I think it's a bit disappointing. It would be oak moss and a little bit something else. Maybe with more wear, I'll be able to eventually pick up more stuff with more practice, also in detecting notes. But what I got, it's mostly just oak moss. And toward the end of its life, when the oak moss toned down, there's a little bit of musk and a little bit of ambrette seed that are getting out, and the civet is coming back a little bit, barely. Projection of this fragrance is good. People, a little bit of a bubble around you will be able to smell you. Longevity is really good. As I said, it lasts longer than Aramis 900. I would say for about an hour, half an hour to an hour. The nice Aramis 900 vibe will be there, and then it will turn into an oak moss fragrance that will last for about 8 hour maybe, that oak moss vibe, and its full life will be maybe about 12 hour or over 12 hour. At the end of the day, I put it was maybe 11:30 in the morning, and when I went to bed at around midnight, it was still smelling on my skin. It was not super strong, but it was still smelling on my skin. I don't know when it finished, but it's over 12 hours, already good. Where I would see this fragrance is mostly as a business fragrance. It smells manly, smells elegant, has a little bit of power. Oak moss also, it's a note that for me it's really in the business side of things. So it could be a good business fragrance. In the dating side, I don't think it will be so good. I think it will be pretty bad. It's not what dating fragrance are these days. In the winter summer spectrum, I would say that it's neither side. It could be okay in the winter, not so good at project, but not enough to cut through the cold. In summer, it does project a lot, but it's not too much, so you should be able to wear it in summer too. So it could be better for summer. The smell also, I think it's a bit summery. Oak moss is pretty much every season, but the opening, I think it's really summery. And as an everyday fragrance, I think could be nice. It's an old school fragrance. I think it doesn't have like a old fragrance vibe, except for the oak moss, that it's not what we're used to it, but it doesn't have, when you smell an old fragrance and you feel it's dated or everything, it has kind of its own thing. So since it didn't follow fashion at the time it was made, it's still relevant for today. At least that's my opinion. And who I would see wearing this fragrance is a businessman, someone that owns a business, but like one business, that's the CEO of his business, having a couple employees, maybe 10, 15 employees, and the guy would be maybe in his 50s, something like that. This is who I would see wearing this fragrance. I don't think it's limited to older people. You need to like old school style fragrance to enjoy this fragrance, of course, but I think anyone can wear it and pull it off quite easily. I would say maybe you're really young, it will be a bit harder. If you're before 25, even before 30, it might be a bit hard for you to pull it off, depending what you're wearing. But if you're someone that, wear polo, a shirt, something like that, you should be able to pull it off quite easily. Personally, I liked it. I'm really happy I got it, and the place it gets for me in my collection would be kind of the place in between Aramis 900 and Corum. It's a nice opening, a bit like special, if I can say it like that turned into something woody that lasts the whole day. So it's a good fragrance. I like it. Pretty much all I have to say about it. So the note breakdown. Top notes are lavender, amber seed, coriander, bergamot, green notes. Heart notes are carnation, cinnamon, jasmine, geranium, and thyme. And the base notes are civet, musk, amber, patchouli, vetiver, oak moss, vanilla, and honey. So, hope you enjoyed this video. If it's the case, well, like and share. If you tried this fragrance, say what you think about it in the comment. So, thanks for watching, and see you soon.